Hey everybody, I'm Sonya. This is Sunny and it's day 6 of our 7-day chakra challenge. Today we're going to be working on our third eye chakra. So maybe you're thinking, what is this weird woohoo third eye chakra? Well, just know the practice of yoga has been around for 5,000 years. Some researchers say 10,000 years. So nothing woohoo about yoga. It works wonders in your lives. So today we're going to work on that third eye chakra, which is located right here in the center of your forehead, and it is responsible for intuition and self-realization. So if this chakra is blocked, you have things such as feeling out of it. Maybe you have out of touch with reality. And when it's unblocked, going good, you have a clear perception, self-realization, reliable intuition, maybe even some psychic abilities. So, if you have something indigo, put it on, grab your mat, kick off your shoes, and let's get to it. So today we're going to start this practice in child's pose. So let's go ahead and come down on our mats and spread our knees wide, bringing our toes to touch. And then we're going to go forward, and I want you to let my voice guide you through this practice so you don't have to look up. Go ahead and bring yourself forward, bringing your third eye chakra to the mat. And then reach back with your hands and grab a hold of your feet, the soles of your feet. Just pull yourself down more into the pose. When you feel that you pulled yourself into the pose, then bring your hands back in front. And let's just breathe. Take some nice breaths here. Checking in. Seeing how we feel today. Seeing how we're going to work on our intuition. Thinking about the color indigo right there in our third eye. Spinning, opening, bright and balanced. Just let yourself relax. Noticing how your breath is today. No force, no strain, nothing. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Now slowly come up. We're going to come into hero's pose. Either sit on a block or on your blanket and bring your knees together, letting your feet splay out by your hips. And press down on your feet just to give yourself some length. Lengthen your spine and your waist. And then we're going to do a little meditation here, setting our mantra and working on our mudra. The mudra for the third eye is you're going to touch your middle fingers together and then let your other fingers just fold and touching the other opposite knuckle. Bring your 2 thumbs, the tips of your thumbs together, and they're going to be pointing towards you. This is what you're going to look like. And then just hold it right here, right there by your chest. Just let it hover. And some of the mantras you might want to use for this is, I trust my intuition, I see my true self. Whatever feels good to you. And just gaze either gently over the tip of your nose or close your eyes, whatever is the most comfortable for you. And just listening to your body, thinking of your mantra, and drawing your awareness to your third eye chakra. Putting that color indigo right there, letting it flood your third eye. Let it spin freely and balance. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Nice breaths. And then let's release and come off our blocks. And let's straighten our legs out into staff pose, Dandasana. Now, if here you feel like you can't sit with your spine straight, if you feel like you're going forward or backwards, sit on a blanket, just enough so that you can be up and enjoy this pose. And then we're sitting here and just keep your knees soft, your feet flexed, spread your toes, and gaze. Now let's lean back on our hands and bring our feet to cobbler. Scoot your hips up and bring your hands to holding on to your ankles in this cobbler's pose. Just breathing. Now hold the inside of your knees and bring them out to a wide seated pose. Spreading your toes. Coming back on your hands and just gazing softly over the tip of your nose and gazing softly out of your third eye chakra. Now grab the inside of your knees again and coming back to cobbler and then straighten your legs back into staff pose. Now let's begin to walk our hands gently forward, keeping your back straight. And you'll feel your hamstrings pulling and just breathing here. No force. And then walk your hands back. Now take your right leg and bring your right heel all the way up to your sit bone and then open it up to the side. Now readjust yourself. We're going to do a forward fold over this left leg. And then begin to fold forward. Don't force it, y'all. Just let yourself be who you are. It's only about you. If you can grab a hold of your foot, do so. If not, no worries. No force. Now slowly walk your hands back up. And then straighten both legs out into staff. Now bring your left heel to your left sit bone. Adjust yourself. And then begin to walk your hands and fold over that right leg. Nice and straight. Keep a soft knee and relax the tops of your thighs. When we relax the tops of our thighs, it helps us bring us deeper into our pose. Noticing that one side can be totally different than the other. Breathing, don't hold your breath. Keep your eyes soft, your breath flowing. Now slowly walk your hands back up and come back into staff. And then bring your feet to nice cobbler. Scoot your hips up. Holding on to your feet, begin to fold forward. You can hold on to your toes and pull them, hold on to your big toes and pull them straight towards the front of the mat as you fold forward. Don't force here. Listen to your body. Be aware of your body. Then slowly come up. And grab the inside of your knees, coming back to a wide seated angle. Spread your toes. Coming up the backs of your hands, ground down. Relax your thighs. And then begin to fold forward. Crawling your hands. Just imagine your belly button going on the mat, not your head. Remember, it's more about observation than determination. Maybe you want to reach out and grab your feet. Relax the tops of your thighs. Your knees are soft. Your eyes are soft. And your breath is soft. Now come back up. And back to cobbler. Bring your hands behind you. Sit here in cobbler and let's take a couple of breaths here. Now lean back on your hands and cross your right shin in front of your left. Sitting tall, grounding down, and begin to fold forward. And as we fold forward here, if your head's not reaching the mat, you can stack your fists on top of each other and go from there. Just rest your forehead either on the mat, on your hands, or on a block, letting that third eye chakra ground down. Then slowly walk up, lean back on your hands, grab your block again, ground down, and begin to fold forward. Just letting your third eye rest on the block or on your fist or on your mat. Breathing into your hips. And slowly walk your hands up. And bring your legs back to staff pose. Maybe we get a little shake here. And then lean back. Fold forward again with this easy pose and our block. Ground down. Exhale as you fold forward. You're just spilling forward, y'all. Each time you'll probably get a little bit farther. Maybe you need your block at a lower height each time. As long as your third eye is connected and grounded, that's all that matters. And slowly walk up. Lean back on your hands. Switch feet. Ground down, elongate. Inhale, exhale, and spill forward. Just breathing here. Inhale and come up. And now let's bring ourselves to all fours. Now keep your block in between your hands. And we're going to lower our head to the block, bringing our arms, our forearms down to the mat, making sure our elbows are in line with our shoulders. Make sure you're adjusting yourself. Make sure your knees are in line with your hips. Take your thumbs to the inside of the block so that you're making like an L shape with your index finger on the short side of the block. And breathe. Feel that third eye firmly on the block, balanced, spinning, full of the color indigo. Now tuck your toes here, and then on the exhale, we're going to pull back to puppy pose. Exhale back, keeping your head on the block. Breathe here. If you need your knees to be bent, keep your knees bent. Take a few more breaths here. And now lower, back to all fours. Bring your head up. Sit back on your shins in lightning pose. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale your arms all the way up and look at your hands. Exhale, bringing them to prayer and stopping right here on our third eye. Our thumbs are pressed against our third eye. Now we're breathing into that. Then exhale, bring them all the way through center to your heart. And now let's come back to all fours and bring your hands just like they were around the block, your thumbs on the long side, your index fingers on the short side. Pressing firmly down on your hands, tuck your toes, and then lift your hips high to a bent leg down dog. Keep them bent. Keep them bent. Breathe here. Then inhale, coming into a plank. Then exhale, down dog, bending your knees. You notice how your hips bring you into the down dog. And then as we inhale, we shift into plank. Our shoulders bring us to plank. Heels are reaching back. Core is engaged. Exhale, drop your knees, lift your hips high, back into down dog. Then inhale, coming back into plank. Exhale, one more down dog. Inhale, into plank. Now drop your knees, coming back to all fours. Spread your knees and pull yourself back to child's pose. Putting your third eye chakra down on your mat. Reach back, grab your soles of your feet to pull yourself deeper into this pose. Now let's leave our hands right here on our feet letting our back body just spread open. And just really breathing here. Just breathe. Third eye chakra is for intuition. And some of us have really strong intuition, but we're afraid to go with that. We're afraid we're being silly or superstitious, but we have to listen to our intuition. It's our animal instincts. Just take a couple more breaths here. And now let's come down to our bellies, into Sphinx pose. Elbows in line with your shoulders, palms flat on the mat, wrists flat on the mat. Tailbone is long and reaching back. Feet are long and engaged. Legs are engaged. And we are gazing either through our third eye chakra or just gazing over the tips of our nose. Keep that tension in your hands as you're pulling your mat back. You're pulling your chest and chin forward. And now let's come back to all fours and push our way all the way through to lightning pose. Lightning pose, let's bring our hands all the way out. And then let's bring them to prayer and to our third eye mudra. Middle fingers together. Fingers touching the knuckles, thumbs touching, pointing to you, hovering right here at our center chest. And breathing. Coming back to our mantra. And release your hands. Sit back on your feet. And let's lie back in constructive rest. Knees are bent, touching each other. Letting your feet are a little more than hip distance apart. The palms of your hand are soft and facing down on your belly. Noticing your breath. Now let's begin to move our legs to the right and then to the left. Just nice, gentle movements. Almost like a windshield wiper movement. Just going to the left and to the right and to the left and to the right and to the left and back to center, back to constructive rest. Just breathing, watching the rise and fall of your hands. Exhale and hug your knees into your chest. Exhale and roll up into a little ball. Just a little ball, bringing your third eye to your knees. And slowly lower your back body. Bringing your hands out to the side. Inhale your legs up. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Then exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. And fold your knees back, hugging your knees into your chest. Place your feet back in constructive rest. Bring your hands behind your head, letting all fingers point down, and then cross your right shin in front of your left. Now, here we're going to relax and breathe. The only tension you should have is your feet are flexed and your fingers are pointing down. Other than that, you're just relaxing and breathing. This position allows our body to absorb the entire breath. And as we are breathing in this breath, we are adjusting all of our focus to our third eye chakra. Imagining that beautiful ball of energy spinning freely, full of the color indigo. Now let's switch our legs, left shin in front, and put your other forearm on top. And relax. And breathe. Coming back to your mantra. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And now bringing our feet to the mat, releasing our hands. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll a little bit from side to side, giving you a nice little lower back massage. And maybe a couple little spins, little circle motions, and then counterclockwise. Nice little massage here. And then come back to neutral. Stretch your right arm out. And roll over to the right side. Using your hands to come up. Come into a comfortable seated position. Let's find our center. Rolling back, forward and back, side to side. Coming high up on our sit bones. Let's do a little more meditation here with our mudra, bringing our middle fingers together, folding our other fingers on top, and our thumbs touching, pointing towards us. We're going to gaze and focus on our third eye chakra, on our intuition, realizing our potential, realizing that we trust our intuition. Release your hands. Let's take our last breath together for this class. Inhale our arms all the way up, looking at our fingers, our hands, and exhaling all the way through prayer. May you always see your true self. May you always trust your intuition. Namaste.